Hi, thank you for joining me this evening. I know it's kind of late to some and kind of early for others, depending on where you are in the world. And I know I put on my page that I would be doing this at 9 p.m. Well, the summit that I was attending was over at 8 o'clock. So why not 8:30, right? Let's get started, shall we? The market is closed, so it's not going to be a long period of time tonight, but we'll get something for you to see. And here it is. This trade is through Forex.com, which is the broker, and it's NZDUSD, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. My entry price is at a buy, and it was at 0.68310. My stop loss is right there, and I'll have to go down to the 4-hour chart instead of day, and it's at 7,000 pips or $70. It's negative because that's the least or the most amount that I'm willing to lose on this trade if it goes in a way I don't expect it to. So it's negative $70 or 7,000 pips. My take profit is where I can see this trade going, and I'll show you why here in a moment, and it's at 0.75310, which is also at 7,000 pips or $70. It is phenomenal what this trade's been doing, because when the market closed Friday at 5 p.m. yesterday, the price was at 0.64345, leaving me a negative $39.65. And that is why I went from 6,000 pips to 7. My stop loss and take profit are both at 7,000 pips, 1-to-1 ratio to profit and risk, because if it draws back, I can see what's going on. Now, let me explain why I do the chart I do with no indicators, no trend lines, no support and resistance, no supply and demand. Because of my health issues, going through grand mal seizures every night as I sleep, 10 to 15 at a time. I wake up with a blank slate, zero memory. I'm as if you were 6 months old. A 6-month-old child don't know how to get up, how to move, how to dress, how to eat. You get the idea. And I have to relearn it every day. So relearning the indicators, although at this time I understand supply and demand, support and resistance, drawback, price entry, stop loss, take profit, pips, and on and on and on. I got it. I understand it. I keep my chart considered a naked chart so that I can help assist beginners that may have an issue with health and may not have a memory to be able to fall back on. That's why I keep my entry price, my stop loss, and my take profit as the only lines that you will see on the chart. Now I'll explain why I normally stick in the daytime chart. Going back into a minute time chart, there's not a whole lot that can be seen. It's almost as if you read the first line to an excellent book, an excellent story. Don't have the whole story here. You might have just a very little bit of it. Going in the 5 minutes, you've got maybe the first paragraph if you're a quick reader. Once again, you don't have the full picture, the full story of this trade. Going in a 15-minute time chart, you have a little more. Depending on how quickly you read, will also decide on how far you think you've gotten in that story. I don't see everything necessary to get into this trade, to even know where it's heading. The trend it is being moving in, or because they all repeat themselves. So there's not a lot that I can see from here. Going into the 30-minute time chart, there's more that can be done, and many of our traders will trade in the 30 or less time charts because that's the type of trader they are. They have no problem with it. Me, myself, I like a longer time because I want to see the whole picture of what's going on. Knowing that, I don't go below a certain time chart. It just doesn't give me enough information to be able to be rest assured that, hey, you know what? I see where this is going. The hour time chart is where a majority of our traders will sit to begin with. They don't start here, but they might end here. And there's nothing wrong with that. It goes back to July of 2018, this year. Not too much time there. So I don't see a complete picture of this story. I don't see the whole story. And I want to get a whole story, not just what I guess could take place. Going in the 4-hour time chart, once again, many of our traders trade here. There's not a problem with it. You can have a good amount of information that you know where to put your stop loss, your take profit. You can see the resistance. You can see the support where it bounces off, the price break or readjusting or pullback or any of that. You can see it right here. Not a problem. It just doesn't go back far enough, in my opinion. This is November of 2017, and I still want to get a little bit more of this picture because I am the type of trader that will go a long term, or I could be called a swing trader. There's nothing wrong with any other trader. If it's in your comfort zone, it's perfect. That's why I stick around in the daytime chart. Now, the daytime chart, I can actually go back to 2014, which is over 4 years. And I have a good idea of what the trend on this trade will be doing. Because when you trade, you look left as you trade right. The trade will tell you the trend it normally and the pattern that it takes over the time frame, so you have a clear understanding of where your entry price should be, where your stop loss should be, where your take profit should be. And it will always tell you, always. Take the time necessary to read. Do not get into a trade until you've done a demo for at least 90 days. And you trade what you can do without, because you're trading at your own risk. It's your money. No one's taking it from you. What you do, where you put your trade, is what you are willing to lose if it hits your stop loss and you're stomped out, or win when it gives you your take profit. And you can decide to get out and get back in if you have that ability. You know where the support lines are. You know where it's retesting the support. You know when it has a pullback. And you know where the price is reconfiguring. That is how you can actually make your decision on whether or not you want to keep the amount that you're getting and putting in another price at a higher area when it is in the take profit zone, when you know that it's not going to hurt you, because you don't want to go back in at a lower point that it can actually burn what you just made. watching this, the pattern of this trade, it touches down 3 times before it turns and goes the other direction. So it tests the support and goes back up. Many times if it breaks through like it did here, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just resetting the price configuration that you need to readjust to see what you need to do. There's a whole lot of information in a short amount of time. So if you don't understand the words I've been using, it's not a problem. There is a way to do it. How I get my trades, how do I get my signals? Well, there's 5 different Erics. One, Stevenson Lindor, and he's in IML Education, IML Academy. Orrin Wright, same area. You need to have IML Academy or join to be able to get these. Christopher Terry is also our CEO of IML, and he also does Sunday Night Owl. So he is showing certain graphs, certain time charts, and certain trades that we can actually get information from. Swipe Trades is another app that you can put on your phone through IML. Get the pattern there. And the 5th person I respond to or follow is Tracy Walker, who is my sponsor, who brought me into IML. All 5 of these put together gives me win-win-win situation, but it's at my own risk. Keep in mind, never trade what you can do without, or what you can't do without. You want to trade what you can. So after all that, I'm going to stop my screen share and see if there are any questions. Quiet tonight. Going once, going twice, and gone. Now, if you want the information that I've got, what you need to do is get back to me, and I will get you a specific link that will get you signed up and going with IML. Thank you for joining me. You have a great remainder of your day or night or morning, regardless of where you are in the world. And I'll see you Monday. Good night. Bye for now.